Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is literally one of the craziest weeks to be a YouTuber because there are so many new launches. They're like zooming at me like I'm in space and being attacked by aliens. But you know what? I'm not even mad about it. I'm so excited. I just wish I had more babysitter time. But anyway, I got a little bit of time to film with the ABH palette, so let's get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on my channel. We love new makeup here, especially eyeshadow palettes. So if you're interested in that, if you like to see 3 to 4 beauty videos every week, then subscribe. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, I'm like a little bit out of breath because I'm so freaking excited. My ABH palette just came. I also just got the Teresa is Dead and Lethal Cosmetics collaboration #2. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. If you want to see a melt video, that's going to be coming up. I also have the new Game Beauty eyeshadow palette that hasn't been shown yet. So your girl's super duper busy, but here is the newest palette from ABH. This is the Rose Metals palette. And honestly, I just was so excited when I saw this because it's just like the most beautiful, neutral, but like cool tone, but not like too cool tone, just like elegant, gorgeous palette. And I just thought this was going to be a great palette for the holiday season. So I did go ahead and film some close-ups and some swatches for you guys to see. So let's get into that now. So this palette retails for $55 and I actually just picked it up on the ABH website. I'm guessing it's going to come to Sephora and Ulta eventually. If I see them, I will link them down below for you guys, or pay attention to my community tab so I can let you guys know there. So this palette features rich mattes and highly reflective shimmers. Rose Metal palette delivers 12 all-new shades dosed with ultra glam nostalgia and intercoastal confidence. So we have the shades. Rose Quartz is a metallic pink champagne with sparkling reflex. Royal is a sparkling burgundy with pink reflex. Haze is a metallic silver gold with multi-dimensional reflex. Rosefire is a metallic fiery copper with multi-dimensional reflex. Sunrose is a matte peachy brown with sparkling reflex. Nova is a metallic gold bronze with multi-dimensional reflex. Heavenly is a metallic platinum gold with multi-dimensional reflex. Element is a metallic rosy brown. Ashes is a matte grayish taupe with sparkling reflex. Dune is a matte rustic brown. Nocturne is a metallic graystone with sparkling reflex. And Noble is a matte plum brown. So something about this palette just really drew me in, and I am just so excited to put this on my eyes. So it does say this is made in the USA. It has a 12-month shelf life, and the net weight is 1.15 grams or 0.040 ounces each. So I have most of my makeup done already and I'm ready to play with this palette. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what kind of look I want to do with this palette. Let's start off on this eye. I think I'm going to do a very standard neutral eye look for you guys because some people just love neutral palettes and neutral looks, so I feel like I need to give the people what they want. So I'm just going to start off with the shade Sunrose, and it's a beautiful kind of brown neutrally color, and I just love the ABH formula. So I'm just going to put that all over my crease. I feel like that could be an eye look too. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do a full-blown look anymore, so I just throw on a shadow and something in the inner corner and run out the door. So now we're going to go into Dune, which is a little bit of a darker brown, and I'm just going to throw that in the outer half of the crease and kind of bring it down to the outer corner of the lid as well. I just love ABH shadows because they're so seamless. It doesn't take a lot to do an eye look with their stuff because it just blends so nicely. So I'm putting the shade Noble, which is the darkest matte shade in the palette, on the very outer corner and just buffing the entire thing. So that's basically all the mattes I want to use for that eye look. I want to use this shade Rosefire on the lid. It's just like one of those eyelid shades that I totally gravitate towards because it's like a fiery, bronzy shade. And I just, oh my gosh, these shadows are very, very squishy, which is a formula I like. Just be aware though, they're really, really soft, which means they're gonna foil really nicely. Holy smokes, look at that. Oh my gosh, and it has like a pink shift to it. This is definitely a duochrome. I don't know that I realized that it was a duochrome, but what a pleasant surprise. Oh my god, that color is amazing. Oh, I'm just gonna blend that a little bit, and that's basically the quickest eye look in the history of the world. I'm just kidding. Okay, so on this eye, I want to focus more on the rosy tones. Let's see if I can pull it off. So I'm gonna grab another blending brush. This is a MAC brush, 217, and I want to use this shade called Rose Quartz. This is like a satin shade. It's kind of a, it is a satin. I was gonna say it's kind of a matte. No, look at that. That's like almost like a beautiful, just throw on again, like all over the lid. Oh, so pretty. And this formula is so buttery smooth. I love. Okay, I just put that all over the lid, but I'm gonna do more. Okay, so let's take the shade Royal, which is right next to it. This is a metallic shade, but I'm gonna take it on the same brush, and I just want to use that on the outer corner as well. And I'm just gonna, oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Can I just put this all over the lid too? It's just blending beautifully. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, I'm gonna flip the brush over and go back into Rose Quartz and put a little bit more on the lid. And then for a lid shade, I'm gonna use this shade Heavenly, which swatched like a really beautiful like champagne topper. I feel like I could almost use my finger. Let's see. So this is basically like an all metallic look because there's no like burgundy shade in this palette that I can use as a matte to go with the rosy tones. And I don't usually do like all metallic looks, but I think this is actually working for me. And I'd be curious to see this on like textured lids because I wonder with how smooth these are if it'll look really flattering even on a very textured eyelids. So those are the two looks. I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line off camera, throw on some brows, throw on a lip shade, and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look and tell you my thoughts on this palette. Okay friends, so here are my two finished looks. I feel like this is a everyday kind of neutral eye that you can wear to work, and then this one I feel like is a little bit more holiday glam. I don't know, maybe it's this packaging, but it really transports me into holiday 2022 with the kind of gunmetal exterior. It just looks so glamorous and holiday in my mind, so that's why I said holiday. But I definitely felt like this look needed just that wing liner to just give it like a little extra pizzazz. And of course I had to throw on some very dramatic earrings because, you know, we're celebrating the holidays a little early. I mean, I know it's only the end of September, but my mind is on December right now because I'm so excited for the holidays. But honestly, this palette is so beautiful. I tried out quite a few shades. I have a few more to try out. I will say my one little criticism, like if I could tweak something in this palette, it would just be one more dark matte shade, like a dark burgundy, or I would have even been very happy with a black shadow because that would have been super versatile. I feel like a few people are going to be upset that there is also no like brow bone highlight or like a light cream shade to put on your brow bone, but that's honestly not something that bothers me. I can always grab something else or throw on a little bit of highlighter. Honestly, I feel so glowy, so posh and elegant with this palette, so I'm very excited to continue playing with this. I did grab my ABH Sultry palette because I feel like this was like their cool tone palette that everybody was losing their minds over. I know they relaunched this. I don't think you can still buy it though. And honestly, I think this new Rose Metals palette is better. So if you're sad that you missed out on the Sultry palette, I would consider the Rose Metals. Also, I just love that they included this warm metallic shade, Rose Fire. It's such a beautiful duochrome. There are some similarities. I don't think any of the shades are like exact dupes, but there is some similarities, so you can definitely go for this one if you missed out on this. This does have a black though. I do see that black shade. The other thing is there's no like inner corner shade that might work for a lot of skin tones, although I'm going to reserve my judgment until I see some lighter skin tones review this palette. I use this shade called Heavenly on both sides. I do feel like it paired better on this side because this side's so warm, and this is kind of like a sheer base shade that's mostly like a white sparkle. But either which way, I think it's a beautiful palette. I just wanted to hold these up next to each other in case you guys wanted to see comparisons. And of course I had to grab the Glam palette because I feel like everybody would want to see these two next to each other. Again, this one's definitely more cool tone. It's got a lot of those champagne shades, whereas this one definitely held back on the champagne shades. I think these palettes would honestly pair really well together. Same with the Sultry palette. If you have that, I think it'll pair really well with this one. I'm really excited to see these new ABH palettes. I feel like they were so quiet for so long. And then a lot of my classic ABH palettes have honestly like expired. I really just need to like go through and decide like I need to just get rid of my soft glam. I need to get rid of my modern renaissance. But I didn't really want to replace them with the exact same palette again. Like I didn't want to go buy a brand new soft glam or a brand new modern renaissance. So I'm so happy to see that ABH is kind of doing these more like modern takes on their palettes, which is very, very exciting to me. So that is everything for this video. Let me know your thoughts on this palette down in the comment section. Also, let me know what you would like to see next on my channel. Like I said, I have the Teresa's Dead collab with me. I have the Game Beauty palette. I have two of the new Bad Zodiac palettes from Melt heading my way as well. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know if you picked up this ABH palette or if you're waiting for a sale. You guys know I love chatting to you in the comments, and I will see you in another video tomorrow. Bye, guys!